The biblical parable of the prodigal son is found in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 15, verses 11 to 32 in the New Testament. Here's a brief summary of the story. A man has two sons. The younger son demands his share of the inheritance while his father is still alive, a disrespectful act in Jewish culture. The father grants it, and the son travels to a distant land, where he squanders all his money on reckless living. When a famine strikes, he is left destitute and forced to feed pigs, an unclean job for a Jew. In his despair, he realizes his father's hired servants have more to eat than he does. He decides to return home, planning to ask his father to treat him as a servant. But as soon as the father sees him from far away, he is filled with compassion, runs to embrace him, and throws a feast to celebrate his return. The elder son, who has stayed faithful, becomes angry and resents the celebration. The father gently reminds him that he has always been by his side and that all his father's possessions are his. But it is right to rejoice because his brother was lost and is found. The parable of the prodigal son is one of the most beloved biblical stories because its themes are timeless and universal. Here are its key themes and meanings. 1. Unconditional love and divine mercy. The father's reaction is the heart of the parable. He sees his son from far off, runs to him, embraces him, and restores him immediately without waiting for the son to finish his servant plea. This is often seen as a metaphor for God's love. No matter how far we stray, God's mercy is ready to welcome us back, not based on our worthiness, but on pure grace. 2. Repentance and the courage to return. The son's journey from recklessness to despair to self-awareness is central. His decision to go home shows that repentance isn't just feeling sorry, it's taking action to turn back. The parable emphasizes that there's no point of no return for those who choose to seek forgiveness. 3. Joy and redemption. The father throws a grand feast with a fattened calf and music, signaling celebration for what was lost and is found. This reflects the biblical idea that heaven rejoices over every person who turns back to God, highlighting the value of each individual. 4. The danger of self-righteousness. The elder son's anger reveals another layer. He stayed faithful but harbors resentment, feeling he deserves more than his brother. His story warns against equating obedience with entitlement, and reminds us that grace isn't earned, it's a gift we should be glad to see others receive too. In short, the parable is about restoration of relationship, of dignity, and of hope, showing that love is stronger than failure, and forgiveness is always possible.